Simon Tam is a Chinese performer. In fact, he has a boy band known as Chinatown Dance Rock. No, that's not the name of it, but it's known for performing that type of music. And he actually wants to trademark the name of the group, and the name is the Slants. The only issue is the trademark office thinks that that name is derogatory, and they refuse to give him the trademark. In fact, they have cited something known as the Lanham Act, and apparently he violated it. The act prevents people from trademarking, quote, immoral, deceptive, or scandalous material or matters. Now, all members of Slant are Asian American, and Tam highlights in an article the irony of the legal system. He says the following: "It would be a bunch of white people debating what's offensive to Asians. That's our legal system." He also says, so when the trademark office made their decision, it was like, what? The only thing they showed was an UrbanDictionary.com definition and a photo of Miley Cyrus and Toby Keith pulling their eyes back in a gesture. So I thought, let's fight this thing. So this is actually going to go to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit on October 2nd, and this is going to happen in Washington, D.C. I don't see why it's an issue to trademark the name The Slants. If they're Asian and that's the name of their group and they want to trademark it, they should be able to do so. However, it might be offensive to other Asian Americans, so who knows? Maybe we should open ourselves up to that perception or perspective. Yeah. What do you guys think? Charlie, make your point.
Yeah, I mean, if this Asian American thinks the Slants is an appropriate name for his band, this white guy isn't going to tell him otherwise. Mm-hmm. And I also Googled the term just because I hadn't heard it used as a racist term for, I don't think I had. So I Googled it, and the only thing I found was this lawsuit about it. I didn't find it actually being used. And I don't know what Toby Keith and Miley Cyrus were thinking, but that was the only thing on Urban Dictionary.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, if is NWA trademarked? Is it? If it is, then I think...
Yeah, I that's a great point. I haven't looked into that, but when you kind of delve into what NWA means,
yeah.
Right? Sure. Francis?
I think this is one of the few points that I'm literally just going to sit on the fence on because I don't know either side. So I think that I completely agree. If this is something that he is close to his heart in terms of the name of his band and that this is the way they've always been known, basically, throughout each other, then they've got every right to try and fight for that name to be associated with them. But I do agree, and I have heard that term being used racially. So I understand that there may be, I don't know people personally, but I have heard it being used, and some people would use that as a way to maybe discredit the band or to discredit Asian Americans in general. So this is one that I was racking my brain, like, do I just go with the freedom of speech perspective, or do I have to go with the other side and think that I would not like to promote, I would say, racial discrimination, which I think some people would use in this example.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how this plays out in court. Again, this is another case that isn't black and white. There are many nuances here, and just because the name doesn't necessarily offend the members of the group, it could offend other Asians living in the United States who have felt discriminated or, hated on because of their background. So I'm not really firm in one decision or another. Yeah. I'm very curious to see what happens because I think that our First Amendment rights also come into play here. And so should the government come in and tell a band what they can and can't name themselves or what they can and can't trademark as the name of their band? I don't know. We'll see. So here's the personal question. What do you believe is the greatest band of all time?
This is easy.
Go ahead. You're going to say the Beatles.
This is it. No way.
What are you going to say?
Oasis.
Oasis?
Are by far the best band. Oh, Anna, come on.
Oasis.
Well, our friendship's about to go
like
right down
Oasis.
the toilet right here, unless you do.
No, I like Oasis, but the greatest band of all time?
Yeah, so when you think of what is one of the greatest songs that everyone, no matter where you're from, plays, it's Wonderwall. Like, everyone knows Wonderwall, they know where to play it, and when you go into a bar, everyone plays this song. Oasis, for me, greatest band of all time. Undoubtedly.
I like Oasis. I don't know if I agree with you on that. Charlie, what do you think?
I don't know how I follow up Oasis or the argument for Oasis. That was impressive. I was going to say Bob Dylan when he was with the band. Okay. That was the greatest. Again, Oasis, it's a close second to that, I guess. But that's what I'm going with.
I love how Francis was so sure of himself too. It's like everybody knows it's Oasis.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Oasis.
I'm forgetting I'm in America actually because I was in the UK. This is a non-argument.
Yeah, I can totally see. I remember when I went to Europe for the first time, the tour bus that we were on played that Oasis song every single day, every hour of the day. It was amazing.
How about you?
I'm gonna go with the Rolling Stones. Like, the Rolling Stones are freaking amazing. I just recently saw them perform, and considering how long they've been around, it's amazing that they can still put together a pretty good show. But there's so much versatility and variety in their music. It's bluesy, it's R&B-ish, it's obviously rock and roll. Like, there's a lot going on, and they managed to kind of evolve with the music industry, which is why their music is so timeless, if you ask me.
Kind of like Oasis.
Oasis? Really?
She's going to get the final word on that. I think you got to accept
We'll
that.
let the comments.
Rolling
We'll let the comment
How?
section discuss.
Yes.
I bet you the comment section agrees
Yes,
with me.
let us know, okay? Rolling Stones or Oasis?
Or Bob Dylan.
Or Bob Dylan. Let's
Bob
not
Dylan.
forget Bob Dylan.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, tell us what you think. We love hearing from you guys, and we'll see you soon.